We are in the first week of September and these lavenders have got to be trimmed back. Over here on this side, let me pull you around so you can see this one here. I've done this one already. You can see the after. Here's the before, so we're gonna hit this one. I'm gonna start with my little hedger. Straighten you up a little bit. That'll work. Makes pretty quick work. Now we'll get rid of all the spent flowers here. Pick up the mess, any stragglers. Use some shears. There we go. Now is the perfect time to go in and underneath the lavender plants themselves, which grow off of one stem, not a multi-stem plant. Go in, lift it up, find any weeds that are growing like long grasses or dandelions, and yank those things out like that. They hide up underneath. And then they send their little leaves all the way up to the top. So you want to get down underneath there, pull out anything that's not lavender. Sometimes you will have to go in and do a little bit of trimming, make it uniform. But in the spring, we're going to do this again. Cut it back and make it nice and bushy so that the new growth will come out. Find my clippers. You're going to see that when you use a hedger, it's going to like rip it apart. So you want to go in and cut these off nice and square. Now just know that a lot of times when you're into the woody part of the plant itself and not this nice green stuff up here, it's not going to push back and start growing back in here. You're pretty much dependent upon this pushing out just like it did last year. But this woody stuff that you're cutting off, you kind of just have to do that so that it doesn't keep coming out too much farther. And then just go through and grab anything that is sticking out. Now these are apple trees, and I'm kind of trying to keep these because I want to grow some rootstock and see. It's just an experiment of mine. I want to put some rootstock up and then graft on some different kinds. So I'm letting that grow. I don't want to yank that out just yet. Just working on lavender at the moment. But we're gonna go up underneath, see if I can show you. Pull this plant apart, or back, I'm sorry, and then reach your hand under there and try and pull out any kind of a grass weed that you can, like that, up underneath. We'll go around the other side. Being careful, because sometimes, especially in our area, we have what are called thistles. This thing is extremely pokey. It will prick you. It is not a nice plant. So I don't have my gloves on, but I got the root. That's good. So we'll go through here and take off anything the hedger didn't grab. And then we'll go up underneath here again and try and pull out any grasses that might be growing up underneath. Same with this side over here. Now you see this? Here's another thistle. Got it. And here's something. Look at that. So, just helps after you trim it. You can go in there and try and grab all the stuff that isn't necessarily part of the lavender plant itself. There's an apple. And then we'll do a good thorough weeding, and then we will mulch back over the top of this area through here all the way down. All right, back to it. Back to fast forward in the music. Look at this pile. Look at this pile of stuff I took off. So, here's our plants. I found my 2x4 border. And let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plants in here. And they pretty much do a good job. They're about a foot apart, maybe 2 feet apart at the stem. I could have gone a little bit bigger, but man, they come out about a foot and a half when they're in full flower. So I think it does pretty good. I'm losing apples, you can see down in here. I guess I'm gonna have to pick these, start making some cider. This tree here, it's really putting out, there's probably 100 apples between these two trees. What do we got here? This is a Liberty apple. And this guy here, what do we got? This is the Cosmic Crisp. Cosmic Crisp apple. Right there. First one's in Washington. I grabbed this two years ago when it was first available. It's called the Cosmic because you see these little dots on here. It's supposed to be like the stars in the sky at night. Yeah, that's nice. That's a cross between a Honeycrisp and an evergreen apple. I don't have an evergreen apple, but I do have a Honeycrisp. Honeycrisp is down here, and it didn't do so well this year. I didn't get very many apples on the Honeycrisp. I think it's this one here. Yeah, here's my Honeycrisp, and I only have the one apple. One fell. So yeah, the Honeycrisp didn't do very well this year, but the Cosmic sure did. Cosmic Crisp did pretty well. But yeah, you can see, back to my lavender. You can see I try not to cut it too much into the brown woody part, because that stuff just will not grow back. Like this piece here, you can see it's still got some green growth right at the tip, so that's good. That will grow back. And right here, this has some green growth that's still growing. This is still green, that's good. But if you get down into big chunky woody stuff down at the bottom, or if you were to cut this piece off right here, this is not going to regrow. This stuff down in here, this is all how you should prune one. Should be cut back with some green growth still on the stems, and then you will get in the spring a lot of growth coming on, and you can give it another prune in the springtime. That's very helpful. About late March for our area. Yeah, there you go. Well, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good day.